You know, every week on the internet feels like a new episode of like what in the Florida is going on. And this week's main character comes right out of Florida. All right. And it's a TikToker whom I've spoken about a few times on this channel by the name of Marlena Velez, okay, who somehow managed to turn shoplifting from Target into a content creation strategy. Yes, you heard that right. This is the woman who literally went viral for filming herself stealing. Not for a good deed, not for a funny prank. No, for a straight up 5 finger discount tutorial. Now, I've seen some wild things on TikTok. All right. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I've seen people pretending to be NPCs for some money, couples staging fake breakups, folks giving themselves wedgies, trying to make it seem like they have a big booty and make something clap for the camera. But this might take the cake and walk out the store without paying for it. Now, for those who don't know, Marlena is 23 years old, right? She's based out of Florida because, well, of course, right? And she has well over 500,000 followers on TikTok. That's 500,000 people that follow her. Which, let's be honest, this is no small feat, right? Like, you can't just, thumb your nose at something like that. That's influencer status. Like, that's sponsorship level territory right there. You could be selling teeth whitening kits, fake lashes, weaves, or manifestation journals. But no, you want to know what she chose to do? She chose larceny. It's like she looked at her platform and thought, you know what my followers really want? A live demonstration of felony behavior. Now, about 10 months ago, I made, a few videos, like I mentioned, of Marlena talking about, just her being a straight up thief. And if you're not familiar, back in October 2024, she walked into a Target and filmed herself shopping, right? Except instead of paying for the shit, she just left and then posted it. Now, the video, which the police later used as evidence, literally showed her picking out the items, loading them up, and driving the fuck off. Okay, now, I'm no lawyer, all right? I didn't pass the bar, but I'm pretty sure that's what we call self-snitching. The internet has given us a lot of dumb trends, but filming your own crimes, it might be the new peak that we've reached in society. She didn't just do it once. She went back to the same Target a month later to do it again. This time using a fake barcode at the self-checkout. At that point, even Target was probably sitting there like, hey girl, how about you just apply for the red card at this point? Now, after those arrests, she pleaded no contest to petty theft. She got sentenced to like 20 days of a work program, 2 years of probation, and was banned from all Target stores, or at least that Target. I'm not sure if it was all Target stores, but at least it was that Target that she was stealing out of, which is honestly tragic because where is she going to get her affordable throw pillows and seasonal candles now? But apparently the ban didn't humble her, because fast forward to 2025, which is now, Marlena is once again trending, this time for running from the police. Yep, Cape Coral Police recognized her behind the wheel of a gray Kia Sorento, because every great Florida story involves a Kia for some odd reason. They tried to stop her, but she took off. Eventually, she was found hiding, and this is real, y'all. Pay attention, this is real. She was found hiding, lying on the floor of the back seat. Okay? Ma'am, if you're going to run from the law, maybe don't do it like a kid hiding under a blanket during hide and seek. And, really what I want to get into is, what this story says, right? Like, just influencer culture gone wild. And right, and this story says so much about the weird intersection between clout, crime, and content creation. Okay. Some people will literally risk jail time for engagement. You see it every day. It's like the new influencer motto is, if it didn't go viral, did I really even commit the crime? We've reached a point where social media has convinced people that attention equals purpose. And that's dangerous, because when the likes stop coming in, and they eventually do, right? That's just how algorithms work, right? I've been a victim of it. I'm sure other content creators out there have been victims of it. I hear it across different platforms. That's just how algorithm-based platforms work, right? They come and they go. But, when the likes stop coming in, some folks start crossing lines and blurring lines to get noticed again. And here's the part that really hit differently. Marlena is a mother, okay? She has children, which makes this even sadder because those little ones, they didn't ask for any of this. Kids deserve stability, and it's hard to provide that when your mother is literally trending for dodging the police and stealing. Like, this isn't just an internet headline. This is someone's mom, right? This is someone's daughter. It's easy to laugh, right? And trust me, I'm gonna get the jokes off. I'm gonna laugh. But it's also a little heartbreaking, right? That someone so young with such a big platform keeps throwing away every chance that she's given. And it's not even new for her. Like, she's been in and out of trouble since she was 17, including a grand theft auto arrest for stealing a friend's car. Like, there's clearly a pattern here, right? Impulsivity, risk taking, chasing excitement, but now it's magnified by the internet, right? Like, before social media, and I'm a part of the last generation that remembers what life was like without internet, right? Without cameras, without any of this. Before social media, somebody like her might have just been a local cautionary tale. Now she's got an audience cheering her on, or worse, encouraging it, making excuses for it. And what's wild here is how the internet will simultaneously condemn her and boost her views. We'll say, this is terrible, she shouldn't be doing this, but then share the clip 50 times, stitch it, duet it, and push it back into the algorithm. And even I'm guilty of it, right? Because I'm here talking about it right now, right? It's just this weird cycle where we feed off of chaos that we claim to hate. The internet made her famous for really stealing, right? I mean, prior to that, she was doing a bunch of mommy, aesthetic content, that kind of thing. But really, what helped to boost her viewership and her likes and stuff like that is her stealing. So why would she stop when it's literally what got her noticed in the first place? Because before this whole story and all that broke out, I didn't know who she was. We don't reward change, right? We don't reward reform. We reward ridiculousness. If she posted the video right now saying, I got a job, and turn my life around, nobody will watch it. It will be crickets. But if she posts, I'm running from the cops part 2, it would hit 1 million views by the morning. This whole story isn't just about Marlena, right? It's about us too. It's about us as viewers and people that consume the content, about what kind of behavior we amplify and what we ignore. Because for every one person like her who gets caught, there are thousands who are trying to one up her for that same viral spotlight. It's a cautionary tale for creators. This whole story is a cautionary tale for content creators. Clout is one hell of a drug. All right, Rick James said that cocaine is a hell of a drug, and I agree. But what he forgot to tell you was clout is a hell of a drug. And the withdrawal symptoms are real. They're very real. In fact, I would really venture to say that it's worse than drug withdrawals. The more you chase it, the more reckless you get. At the end of the day, Marlena Velez isn't just a criminal, right? Or a crazy TikToker. She's a person who clearly needs help, right? She needs help. She needs guidance and maybe a real wake up call, because she's only 23. And I feel that she thinks this type of stuff is cute or funny or worse. It makes for good content, right? But at the end of the day, you a mother, you're still young. And if you could redirect even half of the energy that you spend evading cops and stealing from fucking Target into something positive, you could actually build a real career. Because there's a fine line between being an influencer and being evidence. And unfortunately, Marlena keeps ending up on the wrong side of that line. So to everybody watching, if you're ever tempted to film yourself committing a crime for content, just remember, TikTok might give you views, but that courtroom is going to give you years. I dropped the mic on that one. Now, just to put a nice ribbon on top of this story, all right, Marlena Velez is still in custody as of today on a $2,500 bond, as the jail records show. And she does have a court hearing on October 27th. So if there's any type of bullshit that she's a part of between now and then, I'll be definitely here front and center to tell you about it. But I hope that she, ends up getting the help that she needs, man, or gets on the right track, because this is heading down a path that she's heading down the path of no return, if I should say so myself. But anyway, man, that's really all I got to say on this story, man. Let me know what y'all think. Is Marlena a symptom of influencer culture gone wrong, or just another case of Florida doing Florida shit? Okay, but honestly, I think it might be a little of both. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all made it to the end of the video, I really, really rock with you. Don't forget to smack a like on the video. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell and hit all to make sure you're getting updates on every video that I drop. Also, don't forget to subscribe for the one time. Peace.